All right, yo, Nicky G at the garage.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Heard you said you were moving recently, right?
Yeah. I'll be moving pretty soon. I'm going to Fort Myers with my boyfriend. You know Frank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be moving out there pretty shortly. Excited about that. Get out of this shithole, you know.
Yeah.
But,
no more winters at all, thank God.
Yeah, I might miss it. I feel like he says he misses it, like when he's down there, but he comes up for like a week or two a year.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, this is enough of this shit. I'm going back down.
Well, if you still have family, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah, that's the biggest issue is all my family's out here.
Ooh.
Which is like a blessing and a curse at the same time because they could take care of themselves. But is that thing out?
Yeah, I think it might be. I think I have a lighter somewhere. Oh, right behind you.
Word. Yeah, like they're all here to take care of each other, need be. So that's a good thing. It's just seeing them.
Yeah.
That's the issue. But I just got to get out, man. There's more opportunity down there anyway.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm trying to move to a different city too. Like I was trying to move to right before this year started to Arizona, down to Phoenix.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, but I was really excited because it was like before the winter started, and I was like, yo, if I get to go here and skip this winter, then like, yo, this is gonna be way more beneficial for you. But like, it ended up falling through. But it is what it is.
COVID like kind of fucked everything up though, right? Like no matter where you're at right now, it all kind of fucking sucks. Like, is that thing bad?
Bro, I don't know how to do it. I don't really smoke cigars. Like I'm just trying to flex because just trying to flex.
That's what I do. I smoke cigars a lot. And you don't inhale them. Like I don't think there's any adverse health like effects.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely not like as bad as they make it seem.
No, because you're not inhaling anything. It's just like in your mouth, kind of. Pause. No, like you don't inhale anything, and the worst thing that could happen. I don't know. Everybody has their vices, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, but that's kind of like how I run my training as well. Like you can eat what you want as long as you have some self-control. Everybody has their vice. You can drink on the weekend. You go out to eat. You just got to have a little bit of self-control, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I run shit, even in my own life.
Yeah, what I really fuck up a lot with is I'm a really big night eater. Is it like bad that you eat at night, or does it really matter what time of day you eat?
So eating at night is never good. Like you're gonna feel like shit when you wake up, right?
100%. I take my shits every morning.
Big shit.
Yeah.
Big shit. And you're just going to be like you're going to have that burning, heartburn type feeling. Because what happens is it's just kind of sitting in your stomach all night. You're not... Because gravity has a huge impact on digestion.
Yeah.
And when you're laying down, you don't have that extra pull with gravity to get it through your system, right? So as far as eating at night goes, that's like the extent of what I know. You need the gravity, you need to move around in order for your system to really digest all the food, everything that's in your system.
True. So in the morning, I just recently started taking vitamins. I used to think like vitamins are like, yeah, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
But like I just recently started taking like fish oil and vitamin D. Mm-hmm. Is there any other basic vitamins that you think somebody needs that's starting to like get into like physical activity, trying to work out?
Vitamin D's like, especially up here.
Yeah.
Like we don't have any sun.
Yeah.
Right? We need that shit.
Yeah, bro.
So vitamin D is super essential. Fish oil is great for the brain, great for the heart. I personally try to get all my vitamins with the food I eat.
Yeah.
So I try to get a good variety. Like I don't eat a lot of leafy green veggies. I don't think they're as good for you as mainstream fad diets and dietitians want you to believe.
Yeah.
They're just kind of fillers, and they have a lot of chemicals in them that sort of result in adverse side effects. So I'm a huge get your vitamins through your food, and most of that food should be meat.
Yeah. Well, how bad is I've been trying to switch more from chicken, like getting off of ground beef, because I always eat burgers all the time. And I've just been trying to eat more chicken. Every time I go, like, even if I go to fast food, I'm like, yo, I gotta get more chicken. Is that better than like eating the actual beef? Or
I like both. I eat a lot of ground beef. It's cheap. I think it's good for you, but red meat is definitely a lot better for you than, again, the mainstream fad diet community is going to make it seem. Red meat is really good, especially if it's lean. Like cheeseburgers every day, I wouldn't do that shit.
Damn, bro. That's what I do every day.
Yeah, well, because you got the extra shit with it. You got the processed cheese.
Yeah,
You got
definitely bad shit.
You got the buns. You know, it's not that great. But I usually just like ground beef, and I kind of make it into like a taco salad, throw like tomatoes in it and stuff. But like red meat's pretty good for you. Steaks, organs.
Yeah.
I love beef heart. So good for you. Ton of nutrients, packed with nutrients. Stuff that you don't get on a normal, American diet.
Yeah. You meal prep, right? Mm-hmm. What days does that meal prep fall on? Like, is it just like a Monday through Friday, or is it like every single day?
So it kind of depends. I'll meal prep sometimes for like 3 days at a time.
Is it like every meal, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or just dinner?
Usually, because for breakfast, like I'm not sitting there and heating up my fucking Tupperware every day, right?
Yeah.
I hard boil eggs, so I have hard boiled eggs. I don't have to fry them up every day. Has all the same nutrients minus all the fat in the butter. So I have the hard boiled eggs. I have like pre-packed like yogurt, bananas, and I toast a piece of bread and I slap peanut butter on it, wheat bread. So you get that. And that's pretty easy, right? It takes me like 10 minutes to make and eat all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily prep anything but the eggs for breakfast. And then for lunch, I'll prep out like chicken drumsticks or something, chicken and rice. I love Spanish rice.
Yeah.
I prep that out a lot, and I just mix shit in with that. Most of the time for me, I'm like one of the rare people I could eat the same thing.
Yeah.
No matter what, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or lunch and dinner for the whole week. I could eat the same lunch and dinner.
Yeah. How do you feel about supplements? Like, what kind of supplements do you encourage anybody to use supplements at all if they're just starting out, or do you expect them to just wait a little bit and then try to like
just whiskey, dude? Just a little bit of whiskey.
Just yeah, right before the gym.
No, dude. So, I mean, it depends on the person, especially if you're a beginner.
Yeah.
You need like pre-workout's great. Get your ass in the gym, get you into a routine, but it got a lot of caffeine in it. So you gotta watch how that affects your heart. Personally, I take it only when I need it, right? If I'm feeling fatigued or I feel tired one day, if it's early in the morning, I'm taking that shit.
Yeah, bro. I feel like I took it way too early. Like I was taking it like in 10th grade, 9th grade in like high school, and then like I feel like as a kid, that's just like you shouldn't be doing that every day.
It's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
It is a lot
Makes
of caffeine.
Makes your skin crawl.
Yeah, bad. I don't know, like there's a lot of chemicals in it too. And they just pack a ton of shit in it so that you feel it, right? It doesn't really have any great effects on your body,
Yeah.
right? So that's out. So yeah, I take pre-workout. I like to take protein obviously after I work out, and I take creatine sometimes. I'm cycling off it right now because I don't feel like I need it.
Yeah.
But creatine's great for your muscles. So there's a few pathways where your body produces the chemical that makes your muscles contract, right? Mm-hmm. The main pathway, the first pathway, and they don't work independently of each other. They're all working at the same time. Maybe one's working harder than the other. So the first pathway is the ATP-CP pathway.
What the fuck does that stand? I have no idea what that's it.
Adenosine triphosphate, phosphocreatine. So your muscles need ATP to contract, right? Yeah. Shit's rough.
Yeah, it is very rough.
Your muscles need ATP to contract. And then once it uses up all the ATP, it needs another phosphate ion, and it usually gets it from the phosphocreatine, right? Yeah. Then the more that you have in your system, the more it can contract. At a certain point, you run out of creatine. It's very scant in your system.
Okay.
So after the creatine's all gone, you start to metabolize glycogen, which is fat, right? Yeah. So your body uses the fat to create the creatine to donate a phosphate ion to the ATP. So the byproduct of that is the lactic acid, which results in the soreness that you feel after the gym.
Yeah.
So that's a basic like.
Is there anything I can do to prevent the soreness, or like what can I do? Like,
well, you can stretch after you work out. You stretch real good, and you take creatine.
Yeah.
So your body has more of that to burn than the fat, right? It just kind of floods your body with it, your muscles with it, so that it has that resource there to keep using it.
Yeah.
And not use any of the fat or the glycogen. So as far as recovery goes, to prevent that soreness, I preach, warm up before you work out. Don't do a full blown like static stretch.
Yeah.
You're gonna loosen your muscles up, and they're not gonna be able to contract as hard. And then maybe you throw a lot of weight on the bar, and your muscles are already loose, and you collapse because your muscles are not able to contract. Right?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So I always preach like warm up after, do some deep squats, some arm circles, some neck circles and stuff, dynamic movements.
Yeah. Don't
do it like full blown static stretches. Do real good static stretches when you're done working out.
Damn, bro, like I did the opposite way, so now like I'm like this is news to me, bro. Like I'm definitely gonna like try and switch that out because like I hate like just like coming back into the gym and then just feeling sore for like that first month. Like it's just like kind of like almost discouraging. Like damn, I'm really this out of shape.
You're not gonna be able to prevent it either.
Yeah, I know.
And I did a poll on my Instagram to see like how many people thought you should stretch before or how many people thought you should stretch after you work out, especially with like a weighted workout. Yeah. And I was surprised, dude. It was like I got a ton of votes on it. It was like close to 100 votes, and it was like 50-50. Yeah. Like people were split right down the middle. I was like, damn, like people really are out here not knowing what to do, and like hopefully like my ultimate goal is to help people and give them the resources and a little bit of like nuggets here and there so that they know what they're going to be, what they do to implement within their regimens.
Yeah. How do you feel about CrossFit or powerlifting, or does it really matter what you do?
CrossFit.
Yeah, CrossFit.
I think it's dumb. I think CrossFit's real dumb. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I just do. I don't know. I wouldn't classify myself as anything. I'm a trainer. More of like bodybuilding type shit.
Yeah.
I do like strength and conditioning type stuff too. But when you're bodybuilding, it's a different workout than if you want to build strength, right? Yeah. So it's all in the same, not category, but it's all in the same type of arena, and then there's separate seating areas for it. Yeah. So bodybuilding and strength training, they're different. Bodybuilding is more muscle hypertrophy. You want your muscles to grow. Strength is I'm trying to lift as much fucking weight as possible, and everything's my bones are growing. I'm fat, like not fat, but like I have so much mass to me that I could just lift anything. And powerlifting is different than weightlifting. Powerlifting is lifting the most weight in the least amount of time. Yeah. Weightlifting is just lifting the most weight. So, and it really doesn't matter. I don't stress it for my clients because most of my clients are beginners.
Yeah.
Right. So they just want to get in shape.
Is there anything you would want to specialize in the future? Like maybe like like modeling or like sports, like train for people?
Yeah, I'd love to get into sports training. I don't at this point. I need to learn a lot more.
Yeah.
I definitely do. And I'm comfortable admitting that too because I don't know everything. I don't think anybody does. You don't have to inhale that, dude.
Yeah, bro. I feel like it's just like when I put it down, it's almost going out. So I'm like, the first puff is always just like, oh shit, is it still late? I don't want to relight it, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go smoke a couple of stogies after this too.
Right.
You're more than welcome. Cheers, brother.
We're at the Smoke Rings.
Smoke Rings. Shout out to Smoke Rings.
Shout out Smoke Rings.
Yeah,
local business.
Yeah. These cigarillos right here.
They come with these little packagings?
Yeah, dude. This was like $13 over at Smoke Rings. It came with 10 little cigarillos.
Yeah.
It's nice. Keep it on hand for special occasions like this.
Yeah, I heard I don't know if you follow BuzzFeed at all. Like BuzzFeed News. I saw a BuzzFeed thing that said like 80% of all Cuban cigars are fake. Do you know if that's true or not? It was like, I don't really smoke cigars, and I don't know if I would notice even a difference.
I don't really smoke cigars like that either.
Yeah.
I like to smoke cigars because I like they're sweet.
Yeah.
And I like to get that sweet taste, and then with the whiskey, it's just like a good combo.
Yeah, I feel that nicotine and alcohol combo.
It's nice. Yeah. I don't know much about Cuban cigars though.
Oh, okay. So when you moved down to Florida, what's the first thing you're trying to do to expand the fitness training? Are you trying to do like more like, I guess, like outside workouts, or what would you plan to do?
It's gonna be a lot better for content.
Yeah. Natural sun, natural lighting.
Dude, it's gonna be great. Plus, there's not a lot of people up here with the mindset that I have. Yeah. And down there, the fitness industry down there is just booming, and there's so many more like-minded people. So it's going to be a lot better for creating more valuable content for my followers and my clients. So that's going to be the first step, is creating the content, because I'm completely virtual. I'm completely online. It's not brick and mortar. I'm an online virtual service business. So it's basically no overhead, just the software I use on my computer.
Yeah.
That's about it. But yeah, that's going to be probably the first thing is getting like quality content down with like-minded individuals.
What's your are you trying to get more into like YouTube, or just stay like more like, I guess, like the Instagram, TikTok? Because I feel like that's like the most like quickest way you could reach to people, is just like right in their face, like with the 5-second workout videos or 15-second.
I should get into YouTube, because regardless of where you post your videos, you could have them on a bunch of different, like, it doesn't matter if it's the same ones, right? Yeah. Longer for YouTube, obviously, you put longer shit on there. So I should make a YouTube, even for advertisements in the future. Yeah, YouTube is a great place for that. It's just, especially Facebook and Instagram, it's great for my avatar, like my target audience. Mm-hmm. They're all on there. They all engage pretty well with my stuff. Whiskey burp. Yeah. And dude, I try to keep it on social media. It's great for reach too, because on YouTube you can't really interact. Yeah, no, like if you interact with them, it's like kind of like 3 weeks later, like, yo, comment down below, and then you're just looking through. Do you have, like, I don't use YouTube much. Like, do you have inboxes on YouTube? Can you message people? Not really. It's I kind of just get it more through if you just comment down below, then like I'll try to find your page, and I'll try to like hit you up through your Instagram and through your bio. Yeah, that's the thing, because with me, like, I need to have that conversation. Yeah. So, and like nobody, like, they don't have an inbox, so nobody's gonna be checking their messages on YouTube. Yeah. Like, barely anybody checks the comments, right? Unless you have like a decent following that's not like overloaded with a bunch of fuckers commenting on it. Bro, I always get that like that one spam where it's like, hey, sexy singles in your area. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, it's the algorithm. What are you searching? Bro, I don't know what the fuck. Like, it would just be like, I'm like, oh, yo, somebody commented like literally after 2 minutes of me posting it. And I'm like, oh, who is, oh, fuck. Yeah. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Yeah, stop that. Why do they do that? It's a bot, probably. Yeah, it's definitely a bot. But, like, I don't know, bro. Or, I don't know. Maybe there's, like, sexy singles in my area. They're like, I should be looking for it. I doubt it, though. Bro, I'll be so pissed if it's just like, yo, we told you this whole time. And I look at my window and they're all there. I'm like, oh, shit, bro. Yeah, we've been here. We've been commenting on your shit this whole time. Yeah. Dude, I doubt it, though. There's this town. Yeah. Everybody knows everybody. It's not a good situation. Yeah, I'm not really a fan. Well, like, hey, at least for 2 hours away from Philly and New York. I guess that's, I don't know. And I guess it's cheap here. It is very cheap here. Yeah. Low cost of living. Just like, that's a good thing. But it's still fucking... Yeah. The winter's just depressing, bro. Yeah. I was just watching this Joe Rogan. The reason I got the vitamin D is like I was watching this Joe Rogan thing where he was saying, like, if you have darker skin, you even get even less vitamin D. And I'm like, bro, let me try getting this vitamin D. And I just felt like way more energized and like ready for my day after I started taking it. I'm like, yo,
definitely everything. I'm gonna take this every day.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. So like, that's why Africans are so dark, right? They could be outside. They don't get all that radiation, right? Because their skin it
melanin.
Yeah, all that melanin, like they could just absorb it all without any repercussions. Now, somebody like me, I'm pasty as shit. Like I can't survive in that sun. But if you take somebody like that from Africa and you just throw them in somewhere like Alaska,
they're gonna get depressed. Quick.
They're not going to be able to survive.
Yeah.
Because they can't process enough vitamin D to keep their vitals going.
Yeah.
So that's why like people that live closer to the equator have darker skin. People that live further and further away, which have lighter skin.
Yeah. One thing I was randomly wondering about. Alaskans, like how they have like kind of like a tannish skin. Do you think that's just because like they get like the 6 months of like sun and then 6 months of no sun, or is it just like how does that work out? Like
they're like Asian, aren't Alaskans Asian-ish? They have like Asian blood in them.
I could see that because like they're kind of right there by like they could be like they're almost connected to Russia. That's pretty close there, right there.
That's the same thing as like the Scandinavians, right? Scandinavian people like Norway, Finland, Sweden. They're all like white. They have white skin, blonde hair, but they have Chinese eyes. Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm not like 100%, but I'm pretty sure like they're descendants of Genghis Khan and his army.
Yeah.
So like they have like the Chinese eyes, but they have white skin, blonde hair, which is really weird. If you see them, they're like really beautiful people. Like it's
Now that you think about that, kind of like just like. Yo, that's exotic, bro.
It is, dude. It's so like I've seen pictures of women out there. It's so like they're so beautiful. It's so and it's strange to look at because you don't see anything like you just white girls are white girls.
Yeah. You said Scandinavian, right?
Scandinavian countries.
Bro, I wonder
Norway.
what they're asking, like their accents, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Probably like a German type accent, I'd assume. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty weird, dude, because I mean we live in this bubble where we only know what we know, and we have like zero perspective on anything else. Yeah, bro. Like it's weird to think about.
Bro, Hailston's just like that one big city in Pennsylvania that's just like stuck on top of that mountain.
It's not even that big, dude. What's our population? Like 27,000 people.
Yeah, but compared to like the smaller towns next to us, I'm like, damn, at least we're not them. Like at least we're not like. Well, fuck it. At least we're not Monterey City, bro. Like, fuck that, bro. I would be stressed.
We got like Sugarloaf. Like, that's nice, I guess. It's more of a town. Yeah. You know? And then you got Drums. That's more, valleys and mountain people type thing. But we're not as bad as like I see a ton of fucking like
we
memes.
could be Jersey.
We could be Jersey. Yeah. I see like memes and shit like, oh, Hazleton's getting so bad. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. It's getting so bad. Are you serious?
Yeah. Bro, I don't know. I feel like it's been a consistent 5 the whole time for me. Like we've been coasting like at 5.
It's not a great town, but I mean, everybody's acting like you can't walk down the street in Hazleton. Yeah. Can't I though?
Yeah, no, definitely you can. Like 100%. Everybody walks like no, it's definitely safe to walk outside. It's just you're always gonna have crime everywhere too.
You are, and it's not like it's that bad. Like the people around here aren't that bad. Yeah. Like they're, you have your drug dealer. They're just trying to leave them alone. Yeah. Let them do their fucking thing, okay? And don't bother anybody. Yeah. Did you see that one video?
Which one?
The one in Plains Township.
Bro, with the snow and the shooting.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't believe, bro. Well, like that, they were kind of bullying that person. And then I was like, he did say like, I want to shoot you. And they were like, I don't know, bro. That was kind of fucked. And how he killed himself right before the cops came too.
It's a shame, bro. Like, that was haunting. That was a haunting fucking video. And
yeah, so close too.
Yeah, I watched that shit, and it was everywhere. Like it was on. I listen to a lot of people like on podcasts and stuff, and a lot of them were talking about it. Like, dude, you watch that shit and. He shoots them both. They're still calling him a pussy and shit. They're calling him a scumbag. He has the gun pointed at him.
Yeah. And he even went outside and got another gun too.
Yeah, they're not moving. He has this gun pointed at them. And they're just like, still call him a pussy and a scumbag.
Yeah.
Shoots them both. And then they start crying about it. Well, you shouldn't have fucking... So then he gets the shotgun and comes out, and the lady's on the ground. Imagine, she's still alive, and imagine, dude, you're laying on the ground and you're bleeding out, you're still alive somewhat, and all you hear is, you should have kept your fucking mouth shut.
Bro, that was like that was a movie line right there. When I saw that part, I was like,
you should have kept your fucking mouth shut, and then your head's gone.
Yeah. I want to know, like,
that's the last thing she'll ever hear in her life.
Yeah. Bro, I want to see what happened. Like, they got to have surveillance, like, if they had that camera, they got to have surveillance like a week before. Like, I want to see, like, what was the situation like a week before? Were you guys chilling or like...
Apparently, like, I heard, I don't know shit about who's who, and like, but I heard like they acted like that to that person often.
Yeah.
But you should have just kept your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
You like, probably should have kept your mouth shut and minded your business. And that's how I feel about everything, right? Yeah. You know,
like, not even just staying, like, it's not a stay in your lane thing. It's just like, just don't bother people that aren't bothering you.
Exactly, dude. Especially in that type of way.
Yeah.
Don't.
Over snow, it's gonna melt in 2 weeks.
Right. Over snow.
Yeah.
You're calling this dude out. You're calling him a pussy, a scumbag, because you want to shovel snow onto his lawn.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, stop it. And then he kills you because you didn't keep your fucking mouth shut.
He probably just had enough of it. He was like, fuck it. Yo, out of random news too, do you see Kanye West? He was like the Kim Kardashian, like, yo, only hit me up through my security. Like,
I saw something like that, yeah.
I kind of hope we get like an old, like, you know, pink polo Kanye back. Like,
yeah. Dude, I don't know. I don't keep up with like popular culture that much. Same way, like, I don't keep up with the news as much. And I used to, bro. I used to be like into it, like,
yeah.
The news.
It gets exhausting a lot. I feel like I'm spending so much. My screen time, like, for my phone every day is at least 11 hours.
Well, you know, like, all about algorithms. You told me, like, you look at algorithms a lot.
Yeah, I'm probably more about, like, the Spotify or Apple Music algorithm than the YouTube. I want to learn more about the YouTube, but that's just, like, a whole...
But it's the same type of deal, though.
Yeah.
Like, the more you watch a certain thing on, regardless on the platform it's on, the more you're going to get shown of the same similar content. So when you have fucking Uncle Bill QAnon or Aunt fucking Jill social justice warrior on Facebook watching all this shit that makes them angry, and they keep watching, that's all they're going to be shown on their feed. Right? And it's just going to be fed into them day in and day out. All the bad shit that Trump's doing or all the bad shit that Antifa's doing.
Yeah.
Right? They're just going to be fed this shit all day because it makes them angry and they engage with it the most.
Yeah.
And it's just feeding into this divisiveness that's... people need to get the fuck off and just stop watching it, dude. Just give it a rest. And then you get in a fucking argument with your next door neighbor and you walk outside the next day like nothing happened.
Yeah. Bro, I would just, when I would see people just, delivering when I used to do that, just seeing like all like the Trump signs, and then you just look right next door and you just see like a whole bunch of Biden signs. And I'm like, bro, I feel like you neighbors are kind of just doing it just to piss each other off a little bit. Right. Like just to get, like, kind of like how they used to have like, oh, the best Christmas house decorations. I'm like, yo, like I support this guy the most.
It's... And what the fuck does it matter?
I don't know, bro.
I don't see any difference regardless in my life, personally. Like, you know, my life has been pretty steady through, you know, I work, I come home, I do my side shit.
Yeah.
I was doing that. Now I just still work and I pay no mind to it and my life is still the same. Yeah. Maybe I pay a couple extra dollars in gas here and there. But like, what am I going to do? Not buy gas?
Yeah, you got to go where you got to go. It's like milk. Milk's always changing. You're still buying milk. You're not complaining about the milk prices.
Right. Yeah, I barely look at the gas, but like I just fill it up. You know? It's a weird thing where people just kind of find super specific stories that make them angry and then add it to their repertoire of, you know, this is my ammunition that I'm going to use to argue with a ton of people about shit that I really don't even know about.
Or just like to get noticed too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, fuck that. Like the cloud chasing on its finest.
And it's always on Facebook. It's always your fucking aunt that's too into QAnon or your fucking niece, 18-year-old niece, that's a social justice warrior.
Yeah. So on a different topic, who kind of inspired you, like social media wise, to get into like the fitness and like promoting yourself fitness wise?
I just found it like the most efficient way to get for marketing, especially.
Yeah.
Because I went to school for marketing. I got my degree in business administration and marketing. So now I could have advertised and marketed a way more expensive way, like traditional advertising and shit like that. But very low overhead and access to hundreds of millions of people. Why wouldn't I go with the social media route?
Yeah.
So I did that.
And like you get full control of like what you want to say and do too. You don't have to go and buy any of their words.
Absolutely. I could create my entire brand image on there. I could, I create how I want to be seen. All my content's on there. You want to see it, it can cross your page. And if I want to boost a post or something like that, it's super cheap.
Yeah.
So,
I think you pay I think the minimum to start, like even on Instagram, promoting your post is like $2.
Yeah, like it's the amount of clicks, I think. I don't know what it is now because I haven't done that in a while. Mine's just been organic reach though. I try to, I try to see who's engaging with my posts, who needs help.
Yeah.
We have a conversation. We see if they actually need help or not. And I just like helping people. So I like to get them on board with something that works, I give them as much advice as possible for free.
Yeah.
That's because there's so many different strategies you could go. Like I could give you like general advice. That it doesn't cost me anything to give you that. And it's not like a secret, right? Yeah. I don't have any secrets. Like I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, that you need to do. But if you want to take that extra step, you need to work with me.
Yeah.
And it's not like, well, you need access to no, like I'm not holding any secrets from you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you everything I know.
Yeah, doctors hate this guy. They're like, how's he so big and strong?
Like, no, I'm telling you, like I could tell you everything I did to get to where I'm at. But you need, if you need guidance on what to do, if you need just an extra push, that's why I'm there. And I found it a lot cheaper for my clients and for everybody really to have a virtual trainer. And it's allows me to have more clients at once. Yeah. Right. So I work with a ton of people, and they pay me a fraction of the amount what they would pay an in-person trainer who doesn't even tell them about nutrition. Yeah. Right. So it's really a win-win, dude. You can't lose with it. It's worked out very well for me. It's worked out very well for my clients, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
How do you feel about well, you said you mainly work with beginners. We talked about this the other day. How you feel about like $20 gyms, like monthly memberships, and like $60 gym monthly memberships? Like, what do you see the difference in those gyms?
Yeah. So shout out to Iron House, Iron House Gym in Harwood, PA. They're not they're pretty cheap. Yeah. They're not going to be the cheapest gym you're going to find in the area because you go to Planet Fitness, right? Yeah. So I'll give you this very specific example. You could go to Iron House, pay 20 extra bucks a month, and you could have all of this equipment, right? You could have squat racks, benches, all the barbells, all the different types of bars you need, hex bars, all this different shit, bumper plates, even everything that's in Planet Fitness, plus way more. Yeah. So you have such a huge range of equipment, dumbbells that have way more weight. So at Planet Fitness, you don't even have like a bench rack. You have Smith machines, right? Smith machines don't allow for range of motion at all. Yeah. Like it's just fixed to the two things on the side. And that's all you get, right? Planet Fitness is more, I would say, probably geared towards either beginners or people that don't really want to are already fit, right? And they're just looking to maintain what they're doing. A place like Iron House is where somebody should go if they're really trying to see results at first. They're really overweight, or they're really trying to get bigger. I just don't think Planet Fitness has everything necessary. Plus, it's so strict in there. Like, I don't know about you, but when I lift, I need to grunt a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I gotta breathe. I gotta deviate stuff. Right? I gotta breathe out my mouth too. Like,
yeah, dude. But you can't do that at Planet Fitness. You can't even or else they'll kick you out. Or so I've been told.
Yeah, bro. Like, I got to especially towards the end of my run, I tend to my mask starts to fall down, and then next thing you know, some of the guys coming around the corner yo, lift your mask up. I'm like, yo, I can't breathe, bro. I can't breathe. It's so. I mean, I understand the point of it, but if we're touching everything, then right. I don't know, bro. It's not adding up to me.
Here's the issue I have. So at Iron House, it's recommended that you wear a mask, right?
Yeah.
Recommended. Not required. I'm sorry, Iron House, if that's not something that I should say, but
yeah, I think it's they have the outside thing too, so that's why when you're outside, you're not required.
Right. So there's a mutual understanding at Iron House because these people at Iron House are into fitness. They know what they're doing, and there's a mutual respect and a mutual understanding between everybody that goes there. So it's understood that you're done with the machine, you're wiping everything down. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's it. I've only been to Planet Fitness a handful of times, and it's disgusting.
Bro, the weight, how they put the weights back, they put the 15s where the 75s are supposed to go. I'm like, yo, that's cute, but what the fuck are you guys doing right here?
Yeah, you do that at Iron House, your membership is on the line.
Yeah.
You can't do it. There's a mutual respect and a mutual understanding that you have to have at a place like Iron House, at a place I'd even assume Lyft over here on Wyoming Street, right?
Yeah.
You need to put shit in order. You need to clean your shit up, and it's way cleaner that way.
Yeah.
Everything's cleaner, everything's sanitized, and it's not like a worker's doing it. The people are doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's been like that even before COVID. That's the mutual understanding that everybody had before COVID. You have to do that.
Yeah.
So you should do that at every gym. But Planet Fitness was just, nobody ever wiped anything down. They had one station for squirt bottles and paper towels. And you had to walk all the way across the gym to get a paper towel that didn't even soak up any of the shit. When you spray it, just fucking spread it.
Bro, how far do you... Okay, so personally, when I spray shit, I'm only spraying, the bench I'm on. I'm never spraying the handles on the weights. How important do you think... I don't do it. I don't see a lot of other people doing it, so I'm just fuck it.
Well, I mean, I usually do it. I think you should do it because, I could care less if I sit in your sweat, right? That's gross. It's gross as shit, but I would care more about getting sick because you touched your mouth and then touched a dumbbell.
Yeah.
Right? And then I touched my mouth. I feel like you should definitely wipe down your bars, your handles, anything you really touch, even on a machine, like a leg extension machine, where you have the handles on the side.
Yeah. And I didn't even think about the side stuff at all.
I usually
the assisted grips thing.
Yeah, I usually spray everything down, and I'm wiping it down. And I think you should do that. Not a lot of people do that. They just kind of wipe up where they were sitting at.
Yeah.
Right. I usually wipe everything down because that's kind of the point. Right?
Yeah.
You can't get sick from sweat, really.
Yeah, unless you clean it off instantly, it's pretty much just instantly dead.
Right. So yeah, I clean everything off. So, yeah, man, it's the difference between a $20 gym or a $10 gym and a more expensive gym is that mutual respect, that cleanliness. Dude, I don't know if you saw it. I don't know do you have Facebook?
Yeah, but I'm barely on it, but I click on it. I know, it depends what you're talking about.
Well, I posted something 2 days ago, I think. I didn't post anything, but I shared a post.
Yeah.
And it was this lady was walking out of Planet Fitness, and like there was this dude with like a fucking old camera, like a camcorder.
Yeah.
And he was like videotaping girls, a creepy dude, videotaping girls' asses on the way out.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. If a dude like that was at
that, I feel like that wouldn't be tolerated.
Oh, dude, I don't think the dude would be alive.
Yeah, like bro, like especially like Iron House. I feel like that's like, well, when you're getting out of Planet Fitness, you have like more like bodybuilder type of guys that are like, yo, they're really about their business, and like, yeah, if you're doing that at their place of business, they're not gonna like that.
Right. So like if because even the girls that go to Iron House, dude, they could hold their fucking own. And I'm not saying like, you know, she's a girl so she couldn't handle it herself. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like, but like I am saying she didn't handle it herself. She went inside to get the manager, right? That was a girl at Iron House. On the other hand, I know a lot of girls at Iron House. That dude probably would have been in some trouble.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, it's just some.
It's like a better environment. Seems like
it's a way better environment. Mutual, like respect for people. Even if you think like these meatheads are going to intimidate you, that nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, they're all just there for themselves.
They're there for themselves, right? And you should be there for yourself. You shouldn't give a shit about what anybody else is doing in the gym because we're all there to better ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I see a 300-pound dude walk in, which I probably wouldn't even notice, you know. But if I do notice it, I'm like, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. You know, he's working at it, right? He's trying something.
Bro, I see that. I'm like, yo, damn, he's there and he's probably more consistent than me. Like if he's like coming in, like I'm like, damn, I feel like shit when he's coming in now.
Mm-hmm. But you see that often.
Yeah.
And there's this dude that comes. He's a little short old guy. He's there every morning, 7 a.m. on the dot, chunky, but he's been working at it for a while, and he's always covered in sweat before he leaves. I'm like, dude, God bless this guy. Because he's trying. He doesn't give a shit. You know, he does his thing and he gets out. But he puts the work in every morning. I love seeing, especially an old dude like him. He's an old dude. It's just great to see.
So
shit
those
like that.
people that lift like their whole life, bro, they seem like they stay fit till the day they die.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, like fucking what's his name, like Schwarzenegger. He's like 70, going like almost like 80.
Well, I mean, he's also like a multi-millionaire and has access to all this treatment.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I'm not knocking the dude. I mean, he's absolutely admirable.
But like something could just cost a lot more than what the average person probably could afford.
Absolutely. He probably gets testosterone replacement therapy, which is steroids.
Yeah.
But I do believe all dudes over like 40, 45 should be on testosterone replacement therapy because your test just drops after a certain age.
What do you think the right age to start taking test boosters are at? Like, what if you're like a high school kid, like try to do football?
So there's a difference. Test boosters are basically sugar pills.
Yeah.
You know, you see them advertised all the time. Testosterone boosters, Nugenics. You ever see that advertised?
Yeah.
Nugenics. They're placebos basically. They don't do anything for you.
No way, bro. Like, right, blowing my mind. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think? The number one thing is just to go to creatine, I guess, right?
I will go to creatine. Yeah, you just have to stay hydrated because it's pretty hard on your liver and your kidneys.
Yeah.
But if you stay hydrated, you're fine. I like to take creatine. It definitely helped me out a lot. Gives me some extra like power in the gym because I have extra resources to make my muscles contract. I'm recently, like, I've been on it for years. I'm starting to cycle off it a little bit because I feel like and I don't think it has any correlation with the creatine. I'm just experimenting because my skin's drying out.
Yeah.
Could be the weather, but creatine, a lot of people have, there's no evidence for it, but a lot of people have had that side effect where it dries your skin out a lot. So I'm cycling off it. I'm going to see what happens. But I love it. There's two different kinds, though. There's creatine monohydrate, which is like the one that most people take. Yeah. And then there's creatine hydrochloride.
How much of a difference do you think the brand actually makes? Or if you're taking it, is it all pretty much the same?
It's all pretty much the same, I'd say. I tend to stick with one brand, Beyond Raw at GNC.
Yeah.
just because they have like this pure creatine hydrochloride. So the hydrochloride, which is different from the monohydrate, it dissolves very easily in water. And that means it gets absorbed in your body a lot easier. So the monohydrate, when you take that, it doesn't dissolve in water as easy, and you just kind of like either shit or pee it out, and it gives you like your guts hurt a lot. You feel like shitting all the time when you take the monohydrate. So I stick with Beyond Raw. It's a very pure creatine hydrochloride. It tastes like fucking garbage, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's garbage. I just kind of fill a shot glass with water, throw a scoop in there, and just take it, yeah, and chug some water after it.
I see some YouTube videos of just guys like taking like supplements in the weirdest ways. Like they would just like get the scooper straight in their mouth and then just drink water. I'm like, bro, like
a lot of people do that.
Yeah, what is that like?
Dry scooping.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
That seems like unnecessary almost.
It's definitely unnecessary.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good way to get it down, I guess. But I just before I leave my house, if I'm taking pre-workout or creatine, I fill up a cup maybe like this with like that much water, and I put the shit in there. I make it dissolve a little bit, and I just gulp it right down real quick. It tastes like shit, but it gets the job done. Instead, I feel like if you drink a bottle of water like this full of pre-workout,
there's so much water
in my stomach, you know, so I just want to get it all down all at once.
Well, it's like, I feel like, especially if you're taking before workout, I hate when it's just, you just got to drink like, I want to drink this whole bottle of water right before I work out, but I'm not even thirsty right now. Right. It's just like, I don't know.
Get your water in you. I drink like 1 gallon to 2 gallons a day, usually like 1.5 gallons.
Yeah.
And, you know,
is water your go-to drink? Do you drink like any like sodas usually, or just strictly water pretty much?
Usually water, and on the weekend, you know, for either a Friday or a Saturday if I'm going out, I like my whiskey. Are
you a big a beer guy or no?
I used to be. Too many carbs.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been trying to switch to the what's it called? Seltzers, but I don't know. I kind of just like mixed drinks or like whiskey. It's just lighter too.
Yeah, you don't get as bloated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been switching to the whiskey, especially like I don't know, I feel like I'm turning into an old man. I am an old man. But like with the whiskey and the stogies, it's
can't go wrong.
It's such a good combo. It's such a good combo. I've been doing it for like a few weeks now, and I'm like, damn, this shit is because you only need like 2 drinks or 3 drinks, and you're like, all right, well, see you guys. I gotta go, you know. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while. I was drinking a lot of beer, but I didn't realize like how much more bloated I was. Yeah. You know, like you stop it for 2 weeks and you see your stomach just kind of deflate,
like dry out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's odd. But yeah, I haven't been drinking much beer. I try to stick to the whiskey, and other than water, I like apple and orange juice. Yeah. You know, in the morning.
Especially like all that sugar helps me get in the morning. Yeah,
like right after a workout.
I've been trying to get to that instead of like, I don't really like energy drinks. I used to be like, I don't know, just in like high school and like a little bit like.
I like coffee too.
Oh, coffee's good. Yeah. Just, I don't know, caffeine just hits me different. Like right after, like just after I turn 20, pretty much, I'm just like, bro, I don't want caffeine at all anymore.
Bro, I love coffee. Energy drinks only if I'm desperate.
Yeah.
But coffee is fucking like 1 sip of coffee, a nice shit in the morning.
I feel like the warmness of the coffee just like kind of wakes you up too. Just like how it cleans your body, even like hot tea too.
Right. It kind of comforts you too, and you're like, you're ready for the day.
Yeah. You got this, bro. You've been doing this your whole life.
I don't think it's that great for you though.
Yeah, coffee. I don't know. I feel like that's definitely dehydrating.
It's burnt beans.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of carcinogens in it. So I drink it, you know, admittedly, but I don't think it's that great for you. It's literally crushed burnt beans that you just pour water through and drink the burnt shit that comes out.
When you first started this fitness thing, what was like, I guess like the worst food that you kind of had to like give up? Well, your favorite food that was the worst for you?
Well, So this is what I stress with my clients. You can eat, especially when you're first starting out. You could eat what you want and still see results, right? So at first, I really didn't give anything up. I just went extra hard in the gym, and not a lot of people have the same kind of time that I had. Yeah. So I kept going to the gym. I kind of just cut down what I was eating. I kept eating what I wanted, right? So at first, like I kind of cut back on what I liked, like wings, fucking hot wings.
Yeah,
every day. I could even now.
Yeah.
I could eat that shit every day. Hot wings are number one.
Bro, shout out TikTok. They show me how to eat a flat right. Like,
shout out TikTok.
Yeah, bro. You see how like they eat the flats like where you're supposed to grab it, push it down, then dunk it, then eat it. I don't know if you do that.
Nah, bro. I take it.
Yeah.
I bite it. I snap it.
Oh, I see
in
what
half.
you mean.
Yeah, and I spit the one half out, and then I eat that half, and I eat the other half. Damn, that sounded so weird, but yeah, that's how I eat the flats.
Bro, nothing like. Fuck that, like, boneless shit. Like, I'm trying to feel like a real mammal and just, like, eat straight out the bone, caveman style.
Hell yeah. I don't know what that is, dude. What is it about that?
Well, I don't know. The boneless is just... I like it if I'm, like, super drunk. I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to get the food in me. I'm not trying to worry about no bones. But, like, if I'm not drunk, I don't want no boneless shit. I want to see the bones.
But what is it about that feeling that you want, like, oh, I want to eat this shit right off the bone?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know, bro.
Steak, bro. When I'm done eating that steak, I pick the fucking... bone up and I just fucking
bro. I don't know if it's just like something like
it's private.
That's good, like like been passed down through like your instincts that you're just like it's comforting. Like same thing like when the sun when the sun goes down and then the moon comes out, like I think it's like 10% of your brain just gets instant like melatonin just like naturally.
Yeah,
just naturally makes you sleepy like being in the dark.
Yeah, there's a lot of primal shit that goes on. Like how we're afraid of monsters in the dark. Like that's descended from like our ape ancestors because they slept in trees and they're afraid of these things called leopards and cheetahs, like with huge teeth, glowing eyes in the dark. Like that's where our fear of monsters comes from, in the dark. Which is, I just heard of that. I forget where I heard that, but it's super weird to think about. Like that's where our fear of monsters in the dark comes from.
Just when everybody telling us shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna spin off to another question about that. We were talking about the dark shit. I forgot what I was talking about.
That's all good, dude. It's a whiskey.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm almost finished my glass, so that's probably what it's doing right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. So primal shit. Do you kind of think like grunting when you're lifting like really, really heavy weight is pretty much like necessary or not necessary? Because when I watch the Olympics and I see people lifting, not one of those guys are quiet as fuck. They're all grunting. So like, if I don't know, bro, it kind of just seems like it's kind of a little necessary at some point. Just to, like, even if it's like boosting something in your brain to like motivate you more.
So, I think it has to do a lot with. So when you lift heavy weights, you keep this air pocket inside of you, right? And you kind of contract your core. Yeah. So if I'm doing a squat. And you saw, you were with me lifting the other day. You saw how I was breathing, right?
Yeah.
When I was benching, because it was my push day, I was benching, I was overhead pressing. I would have it up at the top, and I'd go, right? Yeah. So you want that air pocket in you so that you can contract your muscles around this.
So the air kind of like helps push it out too.
It's sort of the leverage thing, right? Right, so at the top, when you leave that air out, sometimes you're not leaving it out gently. You're hitting your vocal cords when you leave it out, right? So when it comes out, because you want it to be controlled. You want, when you don't have any air in your body, it's kind of hard to gather up that energy inside you to push.
Let the muscles
out,
breathe almost too.
Right, you need to get that oxygen to your muscles, and you need to hold it in long enough so that a good amount of oxygen can get to your muscles.
Yeah.
Right? So it's that deep breath, hold it in, contract your muscles around it, and your body's just full of oxygen. Your muscles are full of oxygen. And then when you put it up, that's why you get that grunt at the end, because then you leave it out real fast. You leave out all that air out real fast. And that's an essential part of fitness, especially when you're lifting heavier weights or when you're lifting more reps. Like, that's why, like, it's not a good thing not to make any noise when you're lifting.
Yeah, well, I feel like
you should be screaming, but
yeah, I feel like especially when I first started lifting, I would like fuck up my lips. I would just bite my lips all the time, and then they would just start getting like a little bit of cuts. Like I'd be like, "Yo, that's definitely not good." Like I should be like saying something more, like letting something out.
You need to get a mouthpiece then.
Yeah, that too. I don't want to be grinding my teeth, so I'm always like using the lips as kind of like to cover it up a little bit.
Yeah, I heard mouthpieces work very well. There's this one brand. I don't know the name of the brand, but yeah, mouthpieces work pretty well too.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who've cracked a lot of their teeth.
Really?
Just because they're constantly just.
Yeah.
But luckily, I never. Actually, funny story.
Yeah, let me hear it.
I was 13 years old. It was like my first day ever in a gym in the YMCA. I was with my buddy and my brother-in-law, and so it was my first day. 13 years old. I'm not even allowed to be in the gym at the YMCA.
Yeah, I think it was like 14 with a parent.
Yeah, but I looked a little bit older, so they just let me slide, and I was doing curls on the fucking cable machine.
Yeah.
So it's just a straight bar. I'm doing curls. And the fucking cable snaps.
Oh no!
I smack myself in the fucking right here.
Oh shit! Was it like the metal ones or like at least the ones with a little grip?
No,
just straight metal.
Just straight metal to the mouth, bro. Cracked both my front teeth. Right, like these are veneers. Like they're not.
Bro, they look. I was gonna say you got pretty nice teeth. Like
they're not real.
Oh
they're
shit!
Veneers, yeah. So yeah. First day lifting, like, and you would think like that kind of would turn me off from fit. But
did they like get in trouble for that at all, or like?
I was 13.
Yeah, you couldn't really say anything.
I couldn't say shit.
Damn,
right?
Literally.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything. So like, I just went home. I dealt with it for a while, and eventually I eventually got them bonded. And then after a while, when I got older, I got veneers put on myself.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, wild though.
Well, what got you into lifting at such a young age? Was there any sports that like put you into that, or what sports was that?
So I was I would work out at my house when I was younger, just like regular shit, push-ups and sit-ups. I had to be like 10, so I would do that shit because I always played football and I always played baseball too. But I never felt the need to. I played baseball since I was like 4, but I never felt the need for baseball to work out. Really, I just kind of did, calisthenics, practice throwing balls real hard. Whatever.
Pretty much that's like a lot of technique.
Yeah, but once I started doing football, like, so in 5th-ish grade, I was such a dweeb, bro. I'm still a dweeb, like I'm a dork. But like back then, like I was such a fucking dork, and I used to get like fucking made fun of and shit, and my one buddy was like, "Yeah, join the football team, bro. You'll get so many girls in the football." I'm in 5th grade.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, I really got to worry about this right now."
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "All right, well, I guess I might as well do that." So I started working out. I started, playing football, and within like a year, dude, like I just had this transformation from like this dweeb, this chunky little glasses wearing dweeb, into like this. I was really good at football.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was like really good, and like
was that even before you played football, or like you just get better when you joined football?
No, I got better when I joined football. When I started playing football, like I was good at baseball too. Like we were pretty good. I was on Sal Biazzi in Little League, Kyle Harmonic, Dante Biazzi, a bunch of people. We had a stacked baseball team.
Shout out to Biazzi. I heard they're doing pretty well.
Yeah. But like we won district championships, like 2 of them. We were so good, dude.
Yeah.
We're just so good. But then football came around, and I was just like, "This is my niche right here." Because I was always so angry because I guess I held grudges, and since elementary school, I'd always get made fun of and shit, and I was just like, I need to knock some people around, and I need to look better. Number 2, so that's kind of where my jumping start was for fitness, and just all kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, that's pretty good that you got like really like young foundation right there too. Just starting at a young age, where you got over like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get over like this being discouraged from like the very start as a young age. I feel like right now if you're trying to do that, like pretend if somebody was overweight and they're like trying to join the gym at 27, it's way harder at 27 than it is in 5th grade.
It is, and it's harder for like especially kids now. Like if you bully kids now, you're not allowed to bully anybody. I feel like that is super essential for development.
Yeah.
Like when you get bullied, and I know in some cases it turns into like school shooter type shit. But when like you're getting bullied,
at a young age, you don't even know how to
you don't know how to
process
react.
it.
So you do most of the time. I really believe most of the time, kids will turn to something that's super productive and constructive, right? Most kids will turn to sports. A lot of kids will turn to educating themselves more. Reading more, doing a bunch of very productive type of things. So it's just so weird nowadays, like participation trophy type things.
Yeah, bro. Not gonna knock the swimming team, because bro, I loved when I did swimming in high school, but I kind of got I felt like my trophy didn't matter. The trophies that you get didn't matter as much when you saw 60% of the team or 70% of the team getting trophies too. It's just I felt special when I got up there and got my trophy, but after I shook my hand with the coach and I was like, yeah, everybody else got one too.
yeah. I mean, even with football, our high school teams suck balls.
Yeah.
But
I feel you guys a year, you had a lot of key players, but just I don't know what happened. Just
it was coaching. Our coaches suck.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I didn't know how the coaches act. I didn't know who was coaching at that time.
We had, well, I'm not going to name names, but we had real bad coaching. We had a lot of talent, and it was just misplaced talent, right? It was bad play calling, and again with our conditioning, we would condition in a way that would make us just lift fucking weight. Weight 1 rep max every fucking... We were jacked, dude. We were so good. We couldn't move. We couldn't move when the season came around. We were like, well, fucking shit. Our traps were up to our ears, dude. And it was just what... I can't even put my arms up to catch a ball right now if I wanted to.
Just you can't even... Yeah, bro. You gotta be more flexible, too.
You gotta be agile. Yeah. You can't just...
They pretty much got the defense set up, I guess.
I guess, but you still can't run to get the person because you're just kind of waddling everywhere. Our conditioning slacked. It was just all heavy weights all the time. No running, no sprints. There was, but it was just for a very short period of time, and most of the time it was just heavy fucking weightlifting. Right? Yeah. No speed training, no agility training.
There's some workouts you take from I guess your football days to now that you really like.
Weightlifting wise, yeah, because I definitely think it has something to do with physique. Yeah. Right, and that's what most people are going for, right? Yeah. And I definitely take some of the downfalls from the training days back in football, with if I'm training somebody that's sport specific, right? Yeah. So don't lift all these weights as heavy as you can. Every single day. We're going to train specifically. So maybe we'll do box jumps or ladders. Yeah. And maybe we'll put a weight vest on or pull sleds. Just a variety of different shit, right? It's hard to do all that stuff virtually. That's why I kind of focus on just the physique aspect with the beginners. But it's not to the point where you're a meathead, you're getting jacked. I want you to look good. I want you to feel good. Yeah. And I want you to be durable. And I take people a little bit ballistic. So meaning right from the get, you might be like, this is hard as shit. Why is he going this hard? Yeah. With my programs? And life is hard. Life is ballistic, right? You fall tomorrow, you break your arm maybe. Or maybe if you go ballistic now and start training harder and you grow your bones, you grow your muscles, that fall isn't going to break your arm. Yeah. Right? Life is unpredictable and it is ballistic.
Is there any work outside away? Is there anything you could say to some of the beginners that kind of just to get them in the right mental state?
It's the hardest part is staying consistent for the first couple of weeks. Yeah. Once you push yourself for that consistency for the first couple of weeks, then it becomes routine, right? After you make it a routine for a month or two, then it just becomes a habit. Yeah. Right? So it's just pushing through those first 2 weeks of that, I don't want to go, I'm sore as fuck. So it's a matter of pushing through those first 2 weeks, making it routine, and then turning the routine into a habit. Because it's not a situation where, I just want to look good for the summer. Those people never really
consistently go to the gym. I feel
No,
like just like, oh, I'm losing 10 pounds for summer.
Right. And okay, great. But then next summer, when you're older, you have to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Right. Because you went even harder that winter.
Yeah.
So it's a lifestyle fitness type thing. And
I feel like you'll really like. It'll really like kind of be almost easier when you go to Florida too. Just like that constant motivation of the sunlight, like none of that like depressing winters.
yeah, well, everybody likes to stay fit down there.
Yeah.
It's a older demographic too, and they value longevity in their retirement.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of retired older folks too. And I'm doing the virtual thing now, and I preach. You don't need an in-person trainer. Right, you could do the virtual training. It'll save you money in the long run. The personal trainer just wants you there for as many sessions as possible.
Yeah.
But when I go down there, I know I'm going to end up training people in person because it's just going to be more beneficial for them to have me there. I can't really do that here and make enough money to sustain my business.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not about the money. It's about I want to help people, but at the same time, I have to support myself.
Yeah.
Right. I do preach, you could see the results without having somebody there on your back all the time. And I'm gonna continue that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue the virtual training and all that stuff. But at the same time, I think I'm gonna get some in-person clients down there. The weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
Running on the beach is super hard.
And I feel like you have like a lot of close towns in your like we're able to like just drive right there. It'll take you like an hour, but you'll get there and you'll be able to see more people in that hour.
Naples, Cape Coral, I think it's called. Huge area, not a crazy huge city. Yeah. Like that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's a nice area, bigger population, not a fucking Miami.
Yeah.
That's not my.
Is there any sights you want to see when you get down there though? Obviously, it's different than Pennsylvania. You gotta want to see something.
I just like the beach, dude. I haven't gone. I'm not the type to go and travel because I could have X amount of dollars in my bank account, and it's like I could probably afford that trip.
Yeah.
I could easily afford that trip, but I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Is it really worth it at that point where you're just like?
It probably is.
Yeah.
It probably is.
The memories always last, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but dude, I'm just so fucked. I'm not a very materialistic dude. I don't value clothes. I don't value cars. If anything, I need something tactical. I have a Jeep, right?
Yeah.
My Jeep is a very good car.
You get it anywhere.
It's good in the winter. I get anywhere in it. It's durable, right? My shoes, I have Chuck Taylors on. If I get in a situation where it's fight or flight, I could do either in these.
So you're kind of like more like if it's useful, then I want it. But if it's not, then like I don't really have a need or desire for it.
I don't. I'm not a materialistic guy. I just. The most materialistic I get is with tattoos.
Yeah,
I love
tattoos. I'm trying to get into that. But I feel like I don't know where I want to start on my body. Like I always wanted tattoos, but I just wanted full sleeve, just not like in between.
Right
stuff.
from the get.
Yeah,
just full fucking.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But I was like, well, I also don't want to lay on the bed for like 10 hours, just like everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long time. But yeah, dude, you could. You should start a little bit slower, like just get a nice little wrist piece that comes up to like here. It'll look dope, like just something that'll come up to here or like on one side. Make sure like it wraps around so it looks sharp.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, bro. I gotta wait till probably like maybe like when like we get to the fall and like I'm start wearing like short sleeves, long sleeve, and they're like, yo, what has he got in there? Like, yo, you won't find out till next summer, bro.
Yeah. Well, dude, I got this shit on my arm over here. Like midsummer a year ago.
What is it again?
It's an album cover. It's a Seether album cover. It's my little rabbit right
here.
Oh shit! Demonic rabbit.
Yeah, that's like really detailed too. Like the top and the middle, right in the middle of the head.
Yeah, that's my little buddy right there.
Yeah, that's sick. What album is that again?
Poison the Parish by Seether.
I gotta definitely look into that, bro. Any new music, the artists I didn't hear, because I feel like I'm just repeating a lot of music.
Yeah, it's not that
new. Yeah, no. Any new music to me though, like
right,
I'm definitely into that.
It's a good album if you're into rock.
Yeah.
I like different kinds of music. I'm more into like grungy, more hardcore rock.
Yeah.
But that has one of my favorite songs on it. Just like I have this one, Nirvana, In Utero tattoo. Favorite band.
Yeah.
Love Nirvana.
Hopefully, this COVID's over, we'll be able to see more. Well, not Nirvana, R.I.P., but like,
Yeah.
it's more concerts.
Foo Fighters came out with a new album. It's pretty good. But dude, the concerts,
Bro,
I miss them. I miss them so much.
Thank God you're in Florida too. Like, you'll probably get a head start just because like you have more outside venues, way more outside venues than Pennsylvania.
Yeah, man, it's insane. Like, that's really, I wouldn't spend any money on traveling. I would spend it on shows.
Yeah, I love shows.
Bro, I love it. I love it so much. And it was depressing. 2020 was depressing.
Yeah, especially how everybody had like all these plans, like 2020 is gonna be a year, like even like
tickets to all these concerts in advance.
Like literally, like it was crazy how like you got your last bit of fun. It was like right at spring break, and it was just like, yeah, right after this, it's over, guys.
Yeah, pack it up. Like, so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you could say what you want. Maybe it was blown out of proportion. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. All I know is, it was just a shitty situation. Yeah. It was a very shitty situation, and a lot of people, need to realize, especially after this, and I don't know why this wasn't more of a topic in the media over the past year or so, that your health is so essential to fighting off for sustaining longevity, for being durable, and for fighting off viruses like this.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody talked about the types of supplements you need that could potentially help you build your immune system. Nobody talked about being in good metabolic health, which is great for your immune system, is great for your body processing these viruses. Nobody talked about it. Everybody talked about what's the medication that we could take real quick, like.
Just like I want the vaccine right now, never want to deal with it, bro. Honestly,
right. I want to keep eating my cheeseburgers from McDonald's and my chicken nuggets every day. Just shoot me up with something so that I could fight this specific virus. What about in the future if there's another virus? Like, don't you want to be in pretty good metabolic health so that you?
I don't want to be on a ventilator.
Yeah, I don't want to be. Like, it's a shame how far we've gotten from prioritizing our health. For dealing with situations like this. Yeah,
bro, definitely like health. Like, I don't know, like I kind of realized that like mid quarantine, I was like, bro, I feel like shit, and I feel like I'm about to die, and I'm not even like, I don't even have COVID right now.
Exactly, dude. You don't get any sun, and a lot of people are in these complexes where it's stacked on top of each other, and the air is fucking recirculating anyway, and they're just deteriorating inside these complexes with shared air, not getting any air, not allowed to step outside, not getting any exercise, and just breathing in each other's breath. Like, and you wonder why, like, just stay home. Just stay home in your apartments, right? New York, with all your poverty-stricken areas. Like, you want to wonder why that these poverty-stricken areas are getting the highest rate of COVID. You're forcing them to stay inside. Yeah, and they're all like with especially like with like nursing homes too, bro. Like they're in different rooms, but like are there are there ventilators like all connected to the same rooms? Exactly, like they're all connected, bro. Yeah, like just stay, hibernate inside. You breathe in each other's air for the next year, and you should be good because we're trying to make a political statement. Yeah, right, bro. They just drug it out so long too. Like towards the end, I was like, bro, I kind of low key don't even care who wins right now. Dude, I was at first, dude. I was super fucking like, I'll admit it, dude. I was going hard. Like, yo, get your shit together, everybody. Like, this is not right. Like, we shouldn't be doing this. And I was super vocal about it on my. And then after a while, I was like, damn, I'm one of those assholes. Yeah. Well, like, bro, like we at the same time we need like not saying that you're an asshole, like we need those people to like say something because they're just like, you'll just be in your room thinking it, and then they'll just be like, oh well, I'm probably the only one thinking it though. Yeah. Well, at least you're saying like, okay, well, people are probably thinking like, yo, we should actually care about our health more. We should actually take more vitamins to like build our immune system and like not just worry about like the short fix. Yeah. Yeah, and the short fix didn't fix much.
Yeah, bro. What did we get? Like a couple $1,000s, but we still have shitty ass bodies, and we're probably.
What did we get all together,
Yeah.
dude? $1,800, right?
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but my mom just got that $1,400 from Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, bro, pay up.
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
I need to check.
My mom got it. I was like, yo, we're in the same house, mom. Like, well, how come I didn't get my check from Uncle Joe?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Uncle Joe. I got my tax return pretty quick though, so
Yeah.
that was good. I'm not really waiting on it like that. Like I could care less, but I think my dad got it. My dad got that 1,400.
Bro, right? Like, I just got my tax return like 3 days ago, and then right after that, I'm like, yo, wait, you got your stimulus? I was like, yo, I need mine right now, actually.
Could you imagine though? We live in a world where everybody's forced to stay home and not work, and everybody's losing jobs. And here's over the period of a year, $1,800
No, not worth
to live.
Yeah.
For your entire family. There you go. Have some of that. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I know there was other things in place where, like the pandemic unemployment assistance, where people were getting the $600 a week, right?
They were giving a lot to like people that weren't even like really needed it too.
Right. And people that have access to computers, right?
Yeah.
So the poor people aren't even getting that.
Yeah.
The poor people in Philly, right? They're not accessing this stuff. They don't have they can't afford computers.
Yeah, and they're closing the public libraries where you can't even like
go in there and do it, and like you can't leave your house because you have to stay home.
Yeah.
Right. So these poor people in these poverty-stricken areas in these inner cities, are majority black, most likely, are sitting in their homes, no computers, not allowed to fucking even access a computer because they can't afford one to get this unemployment assistance.
Yeah, not to like trying to go full circle too, like with the black with the black thing too, like how they're in the lower communities. It kind of sucks that like those are the people that are in like those cold areas that are stuck that like need that like vitamin D to like get the extra thing for their immune system. Right,
and they're the people that are stacked on top of each other in these apartment complexes, like literally 2 feet from your neighbor, where the air filtration system is shared.
Yeah.
So like they're staying home, they're all breathing the same air. They don't have a job to go to. They don't have a computer to get on to log on to get this unemployment assistance.
Yeah, of course you're gonna get sick, bro. You would have got sick if there wasn't a pandemic, pretty much.
But what do I know? Like I don't know shit. Like that's just my
view on it.
I'm a fucking idiot. Like I don't know much about it, but like that's from a layman's perspective. It's not realistic. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But it did. I can't do anything about it. All I could do is kind of bullshit about it.
And go to smoke rings too.
Go to smoke rings.
Okay, so I guess we're about to wrap this up soon. Any shout outs you want to give out too before we wrap this up? Or like and if you want to get personal fitness training by Nick, we'll put it down in the description.
Yeah, definitely hit me up. NickyGTrains on Instagram. Hit me up. You can hit me up on Facebook too, just Nick George, or my business page, NickyGTrains on Facebook. So Instagram, NickyGTrains. Look me up on Facebook, NickyGTrains, and shoot me a message if you need any help. I'm always available. Always free advice. I don't charge anything for advice. So.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers for stopping by.
Cheers, brother. I appreciate your time, dude.